Series is our ALCS post-game show. Here for a while on FS1, brought to you by Credible. Here tonight on the field as the celebration continues for the Astros and all of the streamers coming down. Still a few in our hair. And guess what? We got a manager who's one of the greatest to ever do it, joining us right off the bat, and Dusty Baker. And I asked Dusty enough questions over there, so you guys can talk to Dusty now. Dusty, congrats, man.
I got to tell you, man, I'm sitting down right here with the real OG, man. I love this guy right here. D, let me tell you something, man. You came to this organization in the middle of a storm. You have to put up with a lot of things. And the feedback that I get from those players is that they will let the skin out there for you. How do you feel about that, man?
Well, hey, I love them. You know, love's mutual. And, you know, you got to love each other because, hey, that's the only way we got this far. And it's the only way that we came together. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. I mean, you got to love each other, man. You know, and like you guys all been there, you know, and it's like a special feeling that you can't describe, and they'll never take it away from you.
Hey, Dusty, first of all, we could not be more proud of you. You're one of our heroes, the three of us, and Kevin, too. You're 72, that great piece with Ken Rosenthal. But I don't think there's a man on the planet that could have come into this situation and done it better than you. What do you think was the key for you to bond with this team the way you did and bring them back to the World Series?
Well, you know, last year I felt like a substitute teacher, really. I was an outsider, but, you know, this year, you know, they made me feel like I was one of them, and they were definitely always one of me. And that's what it's all about. Everybody talk teamwork and talk about a team, but it's a feeling that you get for each other. You know, you pull for each other. You go through, you cry, you know, with each other. And see, this is something that you cannot take away. You can't describe it, and then it never happened in another industry to me other than sports. Because you don't get this in the business world. You don't get this outside. To me, you only get it in church or on the field.
That's right.
You know, I want to ask you something. I saw you a few years ago. You were out of managing when we sit down in Scottsdale, and I asked you, did you ever want to manage again? You said, I do want to manage again, and I want to win again. So what does a night feel like, Dusty? Because within a few years, man, you're back on top. This is a beautiful thing for baseball.
But you know something, like, I miss my dad. And I could feel my dad talking to me up there. I could feel Hank Aaron. I could feel all the greats that died recently, Al Kaline, Joe Morgan. You know, all those dudes, man, were with us. And I could feel them. And sometimes I'd get in a tight and I wouldn't really kind of know what to do. And I just look up and I could see my dad either smile or frown. And if he's frowning, then you about to mess up something. You know
Dusty, 4 wins away from a storybook ending, really. Yeah. You've done everything in this game, everything. What do you think about that?
Well, there's 4 more on that board out there. That's what I was looking at every day. You know what I mean? There's 4 more wins that you got to have on that board out there. And after that, I mean, let's win. And then I want to win again.
Yes, that's what's up. Dustin, listen.
Yeah.
What you guys did at Fenway, in my mind, we played back in the day, and we know that analytics had nothing to do with it. It was nothing but hard. How you guys put that together like that, man, in my hometown?
Oh, sorry, man.
You saw him pat him on the back, Dusty.
I saw Big Poppy on that board up there. You know, Big Poppy with that trap that she got. You know what I'm saying? But I'm jealous of that hair you got on your face. I told you that.
I know you like that.
Hey, Dusty, we talked in the pregame show with Kevin and the boys here that you're the only manager in the history of the game to manage 5 teams, all 5 of them in first place.
Right.
But at 72, Cool Daddy, the OG, how does this moment rank in your great career?
Well, it ranks at the top for now. You know what I mean? And at 72, like I told you, I think I'm a cool 72.
That's right.
and it's only a number.
Yes, sir. That's
Everybody wants to say, oh, you can't do this at this age or this or that age. As long as you take care of yourself and you believe and you kind of stay tuned to what's up today, you know, you can do it.
That's right.
And the best thing for me is to have a young daughter, 42, and have a young son, 22, because they keep me, they tell me my pants too tight or if they're too loose, and they keep me up on the music, so that way I can identify with my guy.
There you go.
All right, man, I got to go.
Yeah, you got to get that champagne. I just want to know, after game 3 when you were down and out, what did you learn about this pitching staff, man?
Well, hey, man, these guys, what I learned is that they'll take the ball.
Yes.
Because everybody was tired. And they come in every day, who's available and who's not. And, man, everybody was available. And this
That's
is what you like. You know?
That is unreal.
All right, boy.
Oh, enjoy,
Get that
Justin.
champagne.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. You deserve it, dog.
Congratulations.
Nothing but love for you. Coolness. Cool 72. My dog.
Bless you. Big day.
Dusty, great job, baby. Great job. Congrats. 4 more, baby.
I know.
Dusty's going to go get some champagne. Dusty, congrats to you. Awesome. There you go. I'll tell you one thing. Sitting there talking to Dusty and talking to him even up on the podium, if people are watching at home and have never heard Dusty, been around Dusty, how do you not fall in love with that man right there? It's just you, they're getting ready for the champagne. I mean, right? Just a beautiful person.
I got to tell you, man, I'm deep inside sad, man, because my Red Sox went down. But I'm proud of that man because that man well deserved to be in the World Series doing his thing.
Hey, Poppy, there's no crying in baseball, and you guys have
I am crying right now, man.
7-2, and he's never received a big trophy, and he's 4 wins away from the biggest day of his life. 4 more wins.
Everything he's done is amazing. I think you guys brought it up. I mean, the right man for this team. You heard Jim Crane up on the podium, and what a job he's done. And Dusty tells us it felt like a substitute teacher last year, and it was a weird year. He comes in, take that over. It's COVID. It's a whole thing. Well, guess what? He's full tenured teacher now.
Well, this series was a heavyweight fight, man. And both these teams gave it their all. It's just Houston wanted it more. They went out and won this big pivotal game tonight because if they had gotten to game 7, no one knew what would have happened. And they knew they needed to win tonight.
It's like he say, man. Everybody was tired, but when he asked who want to pitch, everybody was good to go. It's a grand, Kevin. Right this time, you have nothing left in the tank, but you have to come to the field like your tank is full up.
You know what I liked about this, Kevin, and I don't know if we're going to go into once they start talking.
You got a minute till they start talking.
Yeah.
Quiet. But one of the things that I like about what Dusty and what I told him is exactly how I feel. I don't think there's a human that could have got this team from where they were to where they are today in the World Series. But what I like, Kevin, is they used a hybrid. And Dusty, with his experience at 72, he pulled into the analytics bucket and he pulled from the human element bucket, and there was some old school starting pitching that got him back to the World Series. So the combination of all the things that are great for the game of baseball, not just one, not just this one, but all of it.
Love that he brought Garcia up too. We'll talk to him over on the podium and just think about where this pitching staff was, Frank, right? Think about it. Red Sox are about to go up 3-1. This staff looked decimated, and then they finished with 2 unbelievable games from their starters and their pen.
Well, that's why I asked that question, because that game 4, the night before, he put Greinke up there and said, I don't know, we're gonna go with Greinke as long